Hey YouTube, welcome back to Dino Joe's channel. Today we have bought Dino Joe some new dinosaurs. Here in front of you we have the Tyrannotitan from the Jurassic World Rebirth series. As I believe he is a cousin of the Allosaurus, if I'm not mistaken. You can tell by the physical build. But let's take this guy out of the box and get a closer look. Now, as you can see, he has this beautiful navy blue pattern along his back, or forest green. And he also has this brightly orange colored gullet. And I like the spines on his back. They're very rugged rubber material. They're not sharp and pointy, so no one would get hurt, but they're still very sturdy to maintain its shape. And I think it's a nice addition Mattel added on the dinosaur, especially the tail. Looks like a nice hybrid raptor mix into that big carnivore. Very nice design. As you can see, he also has the brightly colored orange snout and the sharp, soft rubber teeth. The skin has a nice texture to it. It's rugged, so it feels a lot more immersive, and the toy is pretty light. It's not very heavy. This bright yellow color on the lower jaw, you would see on the underside of the belly if you are familiar with the Jurassic World video game. Mattel went with a different look on this dinosaur in some areas, and I'm not sure if they painted the underside to be the same green color as the skin, as them being lazy, or it's just a intentional design that they included. You also have the scannable barcode on the bottom of the foot if you have the Jurassic World app on your phone. Also, in the video game, if you notice this brightly orange gullet, it'll also be brightly colored orange on the crest of their head. But for some reason, Mattel decided to not add that brightly colored orange crest. Instead, they decided to keep it navy blue with the rest of the design. Also, this orange-red patch on his snout will usually be a light tan color if you are also familiar with the Jurassic World video game. So they did do a couple design changes to this dinosaur versus the video game. The video game also has a much more stout body build, where this is a lot more nimble. The arms are very proportionate to the dinosaur, I feel. They did mess up on some of the wrist portions, but the arms seem to be very proportionate as far as length and size to the dino. And these nice soft rubber teeth, same material as the spines, still very sturdy to maintain its shape. And Mattel seems to favor this design of action with all their toys, as the Eotriceratops has the tail that also does the biting, twisting motion. Very cool dinosaur, very fun to play with. The chomping action is nice addition to this dinosaur, and I think it is also a very cool looking dinosaur. But we also have another dinosaur, because one is not enough, so we had to get Dino Joe a second one. So if you check the back of the box, we see that there is an Eotriceratops. So we went ahead and we went to buy Dino Joe, the Eotriceratops. Here it is. And I think the funny part about this is, if you look on the back of the Eotriceratops box, you'll see the Tyrannotitan. So it's almost as if they were meant to be best friends, and you should get both of them. So that's what we did. Now, if you take a close look at the Eotriceratops, he is a very unique looking Triceratops. His design is unique compared to the older Triceratops that you might be accustomed with. As you could see, they have this huge protrusion on the top of his crest, right there above his head. I've never seen a design like that. Usually they make Triceratops crest look like pancakes versus this one is different. The horns have curves at the top, and the beak is a lot more protruded on this. If you remember the older Triceratops, it was a lot more subtle and smaller, but this one looks a lot more bird-like, which I believe is a lot more accurate according to scientific research. And these horns on the side, I believe, come from the male Triceratops. I might be wrong, don't quote me on it, but I believe that's what those horns signify. So they designed this to be a male. And they have this cool stomping action. Now, as we take the Eotriceratops out the box and you look, Mattel loves using the twisting tail for their mechanics, which I can't complain. But they added this very unique, cool front stomping action. Now, just imagine, look at my floor, look at my carpet. Just imagine him just stomping that thing in. Big old heavy dinosaur. Well, I think the front stop is very cool and unique, and it's a very fun feature. You will not see this on any of the other toys. Also, if you put it up and down on his tail, he does a lifting and bowing motion with his head as if he was charging and flinging something up in the air with his horns. Very Triceratops of him. He is very fun to play with. If you look, he has these blotchy patches of light brown color all over his front body. I've never seen a design like this on a Triceratops, but this Triceratops is definitely unique. The skin is not very immersive. There is not too much feel. It feels like smooth plastic. It might look like it's detailed, but it's definitely not there as far as the touch goes. It feels very toy-like, very plastic. All in all, though, this dark brown color, they seem to have just used for most of the dinosaur, which I'm not sure if this was intentional or also lazy. You see these cool bright colored markings, these tan and blue markings along the crest of his head, and the protrusion in the middle, which makes it definitely a unique Triceratops all on its own. I'm not sure if that third horn right there in the front, if it's also supposed to be the same color as the other two horns, or if Mattel was just lazy and painted that the same color as the skin. But I'm not quite sure. And the beak as well. If you remember the original Triceratops, the beak was a lot more small and subtle and black. This beak is the same color as the skin on the dinosaur and a lot more enlarged. I'm not sure if that beak is supposed to be that color, but that is it. And it also has a scannable barcode on his foot in case you have the Jurassic World app on your phone. And all in all, he's still a pretty cool toy, especially the range of motions that he has given. He is a very fun toy to play with, and definitely a unique Triceratops all in his own category. Definitely need to grab both if you're going to get them. They seem to be a good combo deal. And yeah, I mean, this Triceratops is definitely pretty cool. But we also have this other toy here. We went to the Spirit Halloween store today and we saw this, and my son thought it was adorable, and so did my wife. So we ended up grabbing this. It is a rubber ducky in a T-Rex costume. Not sure if you guys been to the Spirit Halloween store recently. Maybe you guys seen this there. But if you look on the backside, there is a couple collectibles, all Jurassic Park themed rubber duckies. You see there's a Velociraptor, a Dr. Alan Grant variant, a Dilophosaurus variant, more T-Rex. Just very cool. We just thought that you guys might get a kick out of seeing the rubber ducky. He's pretty adorable. He has no hind legs, but he does have the front T-Rex arms. And you see the T-Rex teeth, the little rubber ducky's face sticking out the mouth as it would in any T-Rex costume. And I think it's just an adorable little costume on this rubber ducky. The T-Rex looks very adorable, as you can see. Very cartoon-like. And we just wanted to share this with you guys. Maybe you guys might get into collecting these. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. And we will see you guys next time.